Jeremy Johnson along with my partner Kevin Engel live from the Ameristar Casino in Kansas City for Shamrock FC 280, literally our last fight of 2016. We still have a whole lot of action to come. We've done 2 fights in as many nights, Kevin. We've had a lot of fun and a lot still to come.
Shamrock FC is really trying to go out with a bang.
So let's bring it out as we have Albert Cochran. He'll be taking on Justin Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out our next bout of the evening, Albert Cochran.
Coming to the cage tonight, it is Albert Cochran, and don't let that baby face fool you. Literally, he's a baby face, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. He comes to us by way of Combative Sports Center in Manhattan, Kansas. Now, he takes a tactical approach to fighting. He actually records his fights in order to be able to go back and check them out afterwards. He records his training sessions. He looks to use technology in order to improve his fight game. For this camp, he focused on his wrestling as he felt that that was his weakest spot in the world of MMA.
You know, it's a great idea to tape your training sessions, watch them back, and try and learn from what you're doing in training and try and get better.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight, Justin Scott.
Now, Albert Cochran may look small, but he wants to manage the distance. As we bring out his opponent, Justin Scott, he comes to us by way of American Top Team HD, and as you see in his corner, it is Bellator veteran LC Davis. Now, for this fight, he worked a ton of stand-up. So he was a college wrestler and feels that his stand-up was where he needed to be, and here's where we go. As we bring you to our Supplement Superstore's Tale of the Tape, Albert Cochran, 20 years old, 5'4", 120 pounds, out of Manhattan, Kansas. Justin Scott, 22 years old, 5'3", 115 pounds, out of Shawnee, Kansas.
Yeah, Scott's going to try and use his wrestling advantage in this fight right away. You know, all fighters want to work on, you want to be well-rounded, so you want to work on what isn't your strong suit. But in a fight, you need to go to your strong suit to get the victory. Work on your weaknesses when you have to in a fight.
So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Bear to kick it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighs in at 120.1 pounds. Fighting out of Manhattan, Kansas, Albert Cochran. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighs in at 115.4 pounds. Fighting out of Shawnee, Kansas, Justin Scott.
Referee Mike Anglin has the call for this contest. The 115-pound division are literally some of the fastest, so look for a lot of action in this contest.
They are fast, they give 100% effort, and they have a ton of energy. These guys are not going to get tired in this fight.
Here we go. Quick touch of the gloves. Scott immediately coming in, but look at the jab. Oh, big shot from Scott.
Cochran waves it off like it didn't bother him, which generally means it did.
Cochran does have some pretty decent side movement here, though, but nice kick there coming from Scott.
Yeah, very nice rear leg to the body coming out of Scott. Scott seems very relaxed in there.
Where Cochran is really kind of a herky-jerky fighter. A lot of foot movement, a lot of angle playing. Oh, little low.
Cochran seems to have a lot of nervous energy right now. The movement is good, but it seems to be a bit of pent-up nervous energy in there.
He'll get 5 minutes for that low blow.
Yeah, that one looked like the foot of Scott kind of grazed off the cup of Cochran. as Jeremy said, Cochran has 5 minutes to recover from a low blow. You know, he's going to take his time, make sure he's fully recovered before he goes back out there and starts fighting again.
And that is something that you need to do. Even if it is going to give your opponent a break, you have to make sure that you are ready to go at that point in time.
Yeah, a low shot to the cup could really affect you continuing in the fight.
Here we go, back at it into the action. Let's see how Cochran responds to this. Coming in, nice combos there coming out of Cochran.
There seems to be a definite hand speed advantage for Scott, though.
Yeah, very nice. Oh, big shot again from Scott. He seems to be frustrated Cochran.
Yeah, he's getting just out of range when Cochran comes in with the strikes and then countering back over the top.
Nice leg kick from Cochran. We heard that one all the way over here.
It definitely shows that Scott has definitely been working on his stand-up.
Again, a lot of nervous energy here out of Cochran as he throws a wild left hand.
Hey, Cochran switches stances.
Big shot going to his wrestling.
Exactly. Beautifully timed by Scott. Times the overhand left of Cochran, shoots right under to get a nice, easy takedown.
Nice work here from Cochran, though, trying to get back to full guard.
Yeah, good job of Cochran maintaining full guard. Scott had a momentary opportunity to pass. Cochran defended well, got back to full guard.
In this position here, Scott, really, though, he needs to get out of that head and arm, try to posture up.
Exactly. You're going to need distance to create power. Right as we say it, Scott stands up a bit, lands a big right hand.
Nice scramble to get to half guard here coming from Justin Scott.
Yeah, good job of passing the half guard. Scott has Cochran flat on his back now. He could pass in the side control if he chooses to.
You never want to stay flat on your back when you are on the ground.
Especially in half guard. That's the worst spot you can be in half guard, is flat on your back. Beautiful job by Scott, just as we say that, to pass right into mount.
Oh, here comes the ground and pound.
Good job of Cochran getting back to half guard and then straight to full guard. He's going to try and get, Cochran's going to try and get to the cage to get up. Right as I say that, we get the 10-second, only 10 seconds left in the round.
A lot of pushing here. Cochran trying to get out of this position as we end the round.
Yeah, good defense though by Cochran. He didn't eat a lot of damage being on his back with Scott on top of him.
Now, the thing that I like out of this, though, is both of these guys still look absolutely fresh. Even though after the kick to the cup, Cochran looks fine in the corner. Justin Scott, no issues whatsoever. Again, the little guys always bring it.
100%. These guys have the best cardio in the business, the lighter weight classes.
Now, if you are in the corner of Albert Cochran, what are you telling them?
Well, if Scott takes you down, you're going to have to get up immediately. You need to get to the fence and use the fence to get up.
Right as we see here from the instant replay.
And exactly, from the instant replay, Cochran overstepped a bit when he was trying to land a strike and gave up an easy takedown because Scott timed it and went right under it for a nice easy takedown.
Second round here, set to go. Again, quick touch of the glove. Scott immediately again comes out, takes the center of the cage.
And Scott can take the center of the cage because he has no fear of being taken down by Cochran in this fight.
Scott almost seems that he is just waiting for Cochran to do something to land that big right hand.
Yeah, very nice counter right hand out of Scott. Again, he definitely has the speed advantage. I think he's seeing the punches of Cochran coming and able to counter over the top.
Nice head kick, though, that he ducked under. Again, big takedown here coming from Justin Scott.
Again, Cochran over pursues and gives Scott an easy takedown. You have to be patient when you're going against a high-level wrestler.
Yeah, at this point here, Cochran really needs to try to start to wall walk up and try to get, he needs to drop that head position there.
Yeah, he wants to let go of the head and get his back on the fence and work to get up. Good job by Scott to step over in the mount. He's going to posture up, start landing some punches.
Nice shot there from Scott. Very tough position here for Albert Cochran. Trying to get his back to the cage. Halfway through round 2.
Cochran has a half butterfly. He's been trying to use it. Now back into full guard.
Scott doing a good job here. He postures and then he comes back down. He postures and then he comes back down. Heavy, heavy here. Quick check by referee Mike Anglin. He is right on top of the action as they are literally right in front here of the broadcast table.
Yeah, Scott's doing a good job of keeping his forearm in the neck to really control the positioning, the head position of Cochran.
Cochran, we're going to play rubber guard. Nice step over there coming from Scott. Cochran trying to work up, got to get his back on the cage. He's working for it.
Cochran has the underhook. He has to get up here.
He's almost there. Nice move there from Cochran to finally get up in that position. Lands a couple of knees. Oh, big knee to the body from Scott. A lot of pressure here now coming from Albert Cochran to hold Justin Scott in this position and start to wear on him. Big round there for Justin Scott. Again, how do you see this one going so far, Kevin?
I got 2 rounds to none, Justin Scott. He's controlling the match. Whenever he wants, he's taking the fight to the ground, and Cochran cannot get up.
Yeah, this is absolute wrestling control coming out of Justin Scott.
Yeah, Cochran has to give everything he's got this round. He has to go for broke trying to get up.
79774. Then hit send. Again, text fight to 79774.
So now, conversely here, Justin Scott, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to get the decision. It all depends as we look here on our instant replay. Nice posture. He begins to posture up, looks to land that hand coming straight through.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Scott is using his forearm to control the head position of Cochran.
Third and final round in this contest. Here we go.
Yeah, if I'm in the corner of Justin Scott, I tell him keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Definitely, he is winning this round. Oh, nice kick to the body.
And a nice right hand.
Justin Scott is looking basically to play the counter puncher here to this game.
Yeah, he's been counter punching this whole fight and landing pretty much at will with the counter strikes.
Again with a big right hand.
What I want to see Justin Scott do is after he lands that counter right hand, follow it up with a left hook and then another right hand.
Oh, big shot from Scott. Again with the wrestling takedown.
Scott is sitting back, picking Albert Cochran apart with counter punches, and when Cochran gets too aggressive, Scott intelligently is shooting right under, getting easy takedowns, and then controlling the fight on the ground from there.
His timing is impeccable with this.
100%. You know, great job by Justin Scott thus far in this fight.
Cochran trying to look to work something off of his back here from that guard.
Yeah, at this point, Cochran can't sit here and ride out the round. He's got to go 100%. He's got to go for broke. He's got to try and get up. Whether he gives his back up or not, he's got to try and get up at all costs.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of submission, something to get out of this position. Halfway through the third and final round in this contest. He's working for that Kimura.
He's working for the Kimura. He's almost got the hands locked. Good job by Scott to tuck the hand, grab his own leg, and defend that Kimura.
This needs to be a Hail Mary here from Albert Cochran as we are down to just over 1 minute remaining here in the third and final round. He is trying to pull out that Kimura.
Yeah, Cochran's got to go with everything he's got to try and finish this fight right now with this Kimura.
He's almost there, but great job still defending coming out of Justin Scott. Again, if Cochran can't get this, he almost needs to abandon it and try to stand up.
100%. He's got to do something. At this point, with 30 seconds left in the fight, Cochran might as well hold on to this and try with everything he's got to try and get that Kimura.
Because literally right now, Justin Scott is just riding out this position, able to pull his arm out, now starts the ground and pound. Heavy, heavy pushing here coming from Justin Scott. He is absolutely controlling his opponent's hips, and now comes the big hands. 10 seconds remaining, stands up and lets him up. Hail Mary from the end. Over rotation for Cochran.
He was giving everything he had, trying to finish that fight with a big right hand.
Again, both of these fighters absolutely quick, but the wrestling here of Justin Scott is the standout of this fight.
Honestly, I think the overall fighting style of Justin Scott was masterful in this fight. Countered every punch Cochran threw whenever he wanted. When Cochran got over-aggressive, just like we see on our replay, he shoots right under, changes levels, shoots right under the wide punches of Cochran, gets easy takedowns, and then controls the fight on the ground from there on.
Great work there from Justin Scott. We will see how it goes. But definitely in our eyes, a very, very clear-cut victory here for Justin Scott.
Yeah, you know, you never know how the judging is going to go, but I can't see how that could go against Justin Scott. That was pretty dominant, 3 rounds to none. Easily scored, I think, for Justin Scott.
So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Bear to give us our final results.
Ladies and gentlemen, going to the scorecards this evening. Judge A scores the bout 30-27. Judge B scores the bout 30-27. And Judge C scores the bout 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Justin Scott.